Hey there guys and girls, it's been a while since I posted a video, so I figured it was about time I took advantage of the sort of lack of rain here in the UK, or at least here in Worcester, and post a short video, a bit of an update for all you guys who are interested in how I'm getting along. I'm not going to make it all about me, but I know there are some very good friends of mine who have subscribed to my channel and they're vaguely interested as to how I'm getting on with my cancer treatment as well as business. Now I do have obviously my other business YouTube channel called my Amazon. Obviously the focus there is my Amazon business, and that's been rather it's not been a lot of activity, mainly due to my cancer treatment and the way I've been feeling, but also I'm trying to get my ADD sorted, my sort of official diagnosis, and then obviously some treatment going forwards so that I can manage that and kind of learn how to learn, or at least relearn, pick up some skills in order to learn properly, because I've never really mastered learning how to learn a new topic. Obviously I had a lot of schooling when I was younger, and I wasn't very academic at all, because now I know the reason behind that, and just it's not dyslexia, but obviously dyslexic people understand that there is a certain way that they learn subject matter better, and it's obviously not the way it's taught normally with sort of normal academic way of teaching in schools. And I know for people who suffer with ADD like myself, we have different ways of learning, and I need to know them, I need to learn them myself. So that is where my focus is going to be going forwards prior to getting my business back off the ground. I've had one round of chemotherapy just before Christmas, finished just before Christmas, and prior to that, obviously the year before, I had radiotherapy. I was diagnosed in April 2017. For those who don't know, I was diagnosed with bowel cancer, and age 39. I guess it's a bit young, but it is what it is. And I did put off the whole traditional treatment through the NHS for quite a while, because I wanted to go through the more natural treatment options, and there are lots out there. And I've spoken to quite a few people since being diagnosed who have taken the natural route and actually, I will say cured. I'm reluctant to use the word cured because a lot of people think there is no cure for cancer, but that is because they have to be careful what they say, and that's usually going down the whole chemotherapy and normal route. But for people who took the natural option and used things like cannabis oil, or specifically RSO, which is Rick Simpson oil, which is still cannabis oil, but it's processed in a specific way where there's a good ratio, that the ratio is a specific ratio of CBD to THC, which are the two types of cannabinoids you get in cannabis. But obviously this video is not about cannabis oil specifically, but I know people who have completely cured, as in there is absolutely no trace of it, stage 4 cancer of different types after treating themselves with Rick Simpson oil. Now, of course, when you go down the chemotherapy route, these scans and stuff, they say if there's no visible signs of it, then and it doesn't show up within 5 years, then supposedly you're cured. But we know that's not the case, or at least a lot of people who've done their research know that's not the case. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that because that's quite controversial. But anyway, I put off doing the typical route for a good amount of time until I basically ran out of money. If I'd had more money, I would have tried a few more natural options, and I had a lot of pressure put on me as well by my oncologist and his team, which was not very nice. However, I gave in to the pressure after a while. After 9 months, I didn't see a significant enough improvement for them to say, okay, this is working. Not to say it didn't work. I mean, I could have, using my natural ways that I did, I could have prevented it from spreading. But because there was no obvious signs of the tumours I have decreasing in size, they felt that it wasn't working, and that's what they said to me, and they put the pressure on me. So I did radiotherapy, quite intense radiotherapy. I then had a bit of a gap, and then I did chemotherapy, which ended just before Christmas. I'm currently going through a number of more scans to see how well the chemotherapy has worked, because I've just had a review of my last scan and they said it has made a bit of a difference. I now have to have a few more scans that have to get sent down to London to my the surgeon, essentially, and they will tell me whether I'm ready for surgery, and if I am, then I can have this stuff taken out of me and get on with life. So yeah, that's where I am at the minute. As far as business is concerned, I want to be able to focus on my business now. It's kind of what's keeping me going and keeping my mind occupied moving forwards. Obviously, doing the whole natural therapy thing with the cancer, I ended up using my seed capital that I'd put aside in my business bank account, all ready to do my private label Amazon FBA thing. That is still my focus, and I'm not going to be jumping around to anything else. However, because those funds were used, I've got to look at other options, and I'm going to stick with Amazon because I don't want to hop again to something else, as I just said. I'm going to be doing some online arbitrage and retail arbitrage, so sourcing items cheaply, certain items, and then selling them using the Amazon FBA platform. So I'm going to be a master with the Amazon FBA process, hopefully. Touch wood. Well, this is metal, that doesn't help. Yeah, I'm going to be hopefully a master of it by the time I get to my private label side of the business. And realistically, I think the time frame I'm looking for is by the middle of this year, but by the very latest, the end of this year, I want to be back on track doing the whole FBA thing for private label and building my own brand. So that's about it. It's coming up just over 7 minutes now. I want to try and keep all my future videos relatively babble free this year. So I hope I won't say taken value, because it's not particularly valueful a video this. But yeah, those of you who are interested in what I was doing and how I'm getting along, that was it. I wish you all a very happy 2020, and yeah, let's see what happens. Cheers guys, bye bye.